It's time for the Good Morning Show with Terry and Melissa. Grab your coffee, your Bible, a pen, and your journal. It's time to be encouraged. And now here are your hosts, Terry and Melissa.
Good morning. How's everybody doing?
Good morning. Happy Saturday.
It's Saturday morning showtime. Why? Because we're talking about our favorite shows and movies based on the holiday Christmas theme, family-oriented. We'll be covering all those. We've started our top 20 countdown, and it's really it's become quite fun.
You know, December's a big month. Not only is it Christmas and the holidays, but it's kind of the end of the year time of reflection as well.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
so we have so much planned this month, every single episode, and we do not want you to miss anything. But today, we want to welcome you to the Good Morning Show on December 10th, 2022.
That's right.
As we're wrapping up this year, we want to welcome
wrapping
you.
Up? I like wrapping up. Christmas wrapping paper.
Hey, you've cut me off the screen. Can you fix that, please?
I think it was this here.
Yeah.
We gotta go this way.
Yeah, we sure need to. I don't want to be cut
that?
off. Yes, I like to see people.
We're going to be talking about holiday decorations. You've obviously probably gotten into that mode. We've done it here. I think you said Christmas has exploded in our living room and all those other places. We'll also be talking about our coffee of the day, and Melissa's going to be bringing the word for your day today, so you're going to want to stick around and tune in for all of that.
There is so much exciting things going on in the month of December, and it's a Saturday, so it's a big day. You know, every single weekend in the month of December is considered shopping weekend, shopping season. Yeah. And I know around here, just down the street here in Shelby County, we have a very large, a really beautiful outlet mall, an outdoor mall. It's called I forgot what it's called.
Bluegrass Shops.
Okay,
Shops
there
of the Bluegrass or something like that.
And it's in Simpsonville, and the traffic around that area is horrible on the weekends, especially on Saturdays. And so I hope that you are home in your jammies, looking at your beautiful Christmas tree and Christmas lights and drinking something wonderful. But as we welcome you this morning, I need to remind you of a few things. You have joined the Good Morning Show with Terry and Melissa, not by accident. We're so glad you're here, but we don't know you're here unless you type in your chat box. When you come in and out of the social media room, we can't see that. So type in your chat box. Let us know that you're on this morning. Let us know where it is that you're tuning in from. And the magic question we always love to ask you as you're in your jammies, looking at your Christmas lights, watching the lights this morning, what is in your cup? That's right. We want to know what you're drinking this morning. Maybe it's coffee. Maybe it's hot chocolate. Maybe you are drinking wassail. Do you know what wassail is?
I do. It's a really spicy, nice
maybe you're drinking type. Maybe you're drinking apple cider or some other kind of juice. Maybe you're drinking a protein shake. Maybe you've just got water going this morning. We want to know what it is that you're drinking, and we want to talk about it, and we want to celebrate it with you. MK here in Shelbyville, Kentucky, just down the street. She's having a Starbucks Cafe Verona with half and half and a biscotti cookie.
Yeah.
That sounds wonderful.
Good
MK.
stuff. Yeah.
Pastor Ruth Morgan tuning in from Morgantown, Kentucky, and she's having black coffee this morning. Sounds pretty great.
Yep.
Sounds great.
It's really funny because we have a variety of people who drink a variety of things. Mm-hmm. And that's why we're interested because, somebody will always throw in something like, I'm having a protein shake or something mixed with this or
kombucha.
that. Kombucha. Where's Janice? Janice is not.
It's interesting to me how different people are. When you live with someone so many years, you become kind of a little more alike. I don't know. Some of the things that you like, I've begun to like. And some of the things I like, you've begun to like. I'm not sure if that's good or not, but it's the way it works. It's interesting to us to hear what it is that you guys like and what it is that gets started in your cup in the morning. I don't know if I started drinking coffee. I was 14 years old. I don't know if I started drinking coffee because I enjoyed the flavor. I think I loved the smell.
Yeah.
And I had a lot of creamer back then. But as I've gotten older, there's no creamer. Now it's just like Ruth black coffee. But I also don't know if I drank it because I wanted the pep in the caffeine or what started it. Mm-hmm. But now it's just, a regular part of life. And I love it. I don't ever want to give it up.
And maybe as you're watching and listening, you've got a variety of ways that you like your coffee or your morning drink or whatever it is. Let us know in the chat box there and tell us, I know that they tell us, hey, I'm having this with half and half, but maybe you have a preference of something that you tried one time you'd like to try again. I know, I've had flavors like at Christmas time, we always get the creamer. There's one of them that has it's like a
Peppermint.
cookies.
Oh.
It's the Christmas cookie one.
Oh.
I haven't seen that one, and it has elf on the.
Well, I got to be honest with you. I think they changed it year to year.
I bet you they do.
This year, it's the peppermint mocha Grinch is what I've seen on the shelves. But I think each year it's kind of like seasonal. What's seasonal or whatever. Sorry, I'm having some issues over here.
You got a good hair day going here.
Well, I did, and then I stuck my things on, and it smushed all my curls down. On. Yes.
Well, all right. All right, so where's everybody at this morning? It's Saturday. Let's see.
Everybody sleeping in?
Maybe so. You know, it was a cold, kind of dreary looking night last night. It was foggy, really foggy.
Maybe everyone went a wassailing too late last night.
Stayed out on that
Here
Friday
we come
night
a
wassail.
wassailing. What in the world is a wassailing? I know what wassail is. Is wassailing drinking, the act of drinking wassail, do you think?
Maybe. We're going to places where they offer it. I think at one time it was a tradition to where when you would visit people's homes, they would have that. And I know that the carolers, as they were caroling, maybe they would bring them out some warm wassail.
A wassailing and a caroling and an eggnogging.
Yeah. I remember one year when I worked at the Christian bookstore in Topeka, Kansas, we had a break room back in the back, and they had at Christmas time, they would always have a big one of those brew coffee pot perk kind, the big silver kind. They'd have one of those just full of wassail.
Okay, so Pastor Master Yoda's on this morning, and he just woke up. See, he was wassailing at the PRP basketball game too late last night.
Oh, yeah.
So they're headed to Bowling Green today to the reindeer farm. I want to go.
That's awesome.
And so he's going to get a coffee for the road. Well, we're going to talk about what we're drinking, and we're Keurigging a K-Cup this morning on purpose because we're getting ready to hit the road also because our sweet baby, we're heading to Columbus, Ohio today because it is our baby girl, our granddaughter's first birthday party.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
And so I wish we could go with the Hills who didn't invite us, but that never stops us from inviting ourselves. Do you guys have friends like that just invite themselves?
Right.
Aren't they the worst? That's us. Anyways, Master Pastor Yoda, I'm so glad that you guys are up. And Heather Hill, we love you guys and bless you this morning.
MK says maybe everyone is out Christmas shopping.
MK, I think you're right. I do not think Saturday is a good choice in December to Christmas shop, but maybe some people enjoy shopping more than I do.
I think a lot of people, as we've seen evidence of in the parking lot over at the shopping center that we're talking about, that it's just packed. I mean, and they were parking people in the field off to the edge of across the street.
I do not like dental work, and I would rather have dental work done than shop on a Saturday. Yeah, Ben says we're always invited. Yeah, well, he's such a good sport.
Yeah, and it was good seeing their picture last night with their son Noah
and they were at the game. Absolutely, I love that. I love having the kids home from school for the holiday. Okay, so Terry, what is on your agenda today?
Well, today we're going to be continuing our watch list for the 12 scams of Christmas. We started that last episode. Also counting down our top 20 Christmas movies. These are family favorites of ours. We'll be hitting numbers 15 through 11 today, and we'll talk about holiday decorations and various other things. And just in case you missed our last episode, number 56, that was on Monday, December 5th. We had our Monday morning motivation. It was also the first episode featuring our Christmas music countdown. And so we did 20 to 16, numbers 20 to 16 on that. A lot of favorite songs in there. We're encouraging you actually to email us. Okay, email us the top 5 Christmas movies and top 5 Christmas songs of all time, and we're going to share some of those and see how yours ranks in with ours on 24th.
Top according to you. We want to know your opinion.
Yeah, I just said your top
we're not
favorite.
asking you to Google it and then email that. We're asking you your opinion.
No, email us your top 5 favorite movies and Christmas songs. Christmas movies, Christmas songs.
We want to know how yours ranks with ours.
And on December 24th, we're going to reveal those because we'll be doing the top 5 countdown on the 24th.
I'm excited.
On Christmas Eve morning.
I'm excited about the Christmas Eve morning show.
Be good.
Hey, if you're just joining us, good morning from Terry and Melissa. You have tuned into the Good Morning Show, and I'm so glad that you're here, and everybody seems to be getting a slow start. MK says people are shopping. Ben slept in. I think other people may sleep in also, but I was up early today.
You were.
You were up early today. What are you drinking? Hey, babe, what's in your cup? I want to know what's in everybody else's cup. I want to know where you're tuning in from, but what's in your cup this morning?
I have. I did an iced coffee today because we're going on the road, and iced coffee always seems to last a little bit longer for me. I don't know why. I don't know if the hot, yummy stuff, just you slurp it up, because it's room temperature because I add so much creamer.
For me, warm lasts longer for me than... unless it's getting in a cold.
Yeah.
cup.
So to answer your question, I used your new K-Cup. What is the cinnamon vanilla?
Yeah.
Vanilla cinnamon.
Yep.
And it's really
Cinnamon
good.
Vanilla.
And so I made it in my road travel mug there.
That's good.
It's such a
okay.
big thing
Well,
here.
I am drinking cinnamon vanilla, not iced, because whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm drinking mine. And good morning, Tamara. It's good to see you. Did I say that right? Tamara, or is it Tamara? Oh, man.
Number 1 or number 2? Tamara, number 1. Number 2, Tamara.
I'm sorry.
Give us a number 1 or number 2.
I'm so sorry if I mispronounce anybody's name, but you know what? I'm notorious for that. And the kids make fun of me all the time. My grown-up kids do not let anything pass if I mispronounce something. I mispronounced Oregon because I thought someone native to Oregon, I had heard them. She said it's neither.
Maybe it's Tamara?
I don't.
Like some people when they say day after today?
I don't know. Tamara?
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 What'd you say?
Tamara? I don't know. Oh, honey, help me out. Okay, so also...
we need Hooked on Phonics this morning.
Amy Pierce says good morning from
good
St.
morning,
Peters
Amy.
this morning. All this talk about coffee, she's going to have to go get some.
Sure.
Which one is it? Tamara. I bet
What?
it's Tamara.
Tamara?
I bet you're right.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
sorry.
Amy,
I'm
thanks
so
for joining.
sorry.
It's good
Forgive
to
me.
see you.
Amy, welcome. Pastor Larry Weehee he's from Folgers. He's from Arkansas, but he's drinking Folgers Black Silk. I love Black Silk. It's so good.
That is good
I'm
stuff.
so sorry, Tamara.
Yeah.
I'm going to get this straight.
She said Tammy's good. I was wondering if Tammy was going to work.
Yay, I'm so
there you
happy.
go. Yeah.
And then my sweet sister Monica from Knoxville, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Honey, how did
hey.
your job interview go? I hope it went great. I prayed that it would go well. But with all of your experience, you are a catch. You are a very good catch.
Yeah, for sure.
And Tammy's drinking Maxwell House this morning. Thanks for the out on your name, by the way. I am so bad. I was telling I had heard someone native pronounce Oregon. And so I tried it that way because I guess I feel like if native people say it that way, it
must be okay.
I thought it would be okay. And I said Oregon or Oregon, and my adult kids were like, Mom, what are you saying it like that for? And I was so embarrassed. And also I feel stupid, but I just tried it out and it didn't go well.
No, she said it's all good. Don't worry about it. No
well,
worries.
I can do that to
Monica
pretty
said
much
that her
anywhere.
job interview went great.
Woo, woo!
So that's good.
All right.
Hey, we need to do a mugshot real quick.
Hey, can we?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right.
So let's get them up here. This is what we do for our YouTube thumbnail.
I got to turn this thing around.
I don't really have anything to show.
Yeah, you kind of have a boring deal this morning.
Yeah, it's a
It
big
doesn't
one.
matter.
All right. Up top, 3, 2, 1. All right.
We do this for our mugshot because YouTube always stops and puts up on the thumbnail
A picture you don't want.
Usually my mouth is open.
Something
You know,
crazy.
and so we take our own and stick it up there because we're vain, I guess. And I get tired of having my mouth open or my eyes like whatever. So
It's like
you
a
guys
random
know,
screenshot.
If there's going to be a picture taken and you're not prepared for it, it's always going to be unflattering.
Baylor gave me a little Christmas
I
thing
noticed
here.
that you had
So
the
maybe I put that on
snowman earmuffs.
Is that what it was?
He was on one of the snowman ornaments.
Now it's microphone earmuffs. Micro muffs. Anyway, don't even
I
go.
wondered what you had going on over there. That's so funny.
She hung that on here last night. so I
Oh,
left
man.
it.
If you're just joining us, good morning. Happy Saturday. Welcome to the Good Morning Show with Terry and Melissa. We want to know where you're tuning in from this morning. We'd love to know what's in your cup, and we'd love to know what kind of holiday plans you have planned today. We're going to a birthday party for our granddaughter in Columbus, Ohio. The Hills are heading down to a reindeer farm. What kind of reindeer do they grow there at the farm?
Authentic reindeer.
I
don't think they're the flying
Are they
kind.
the magic kind with magic lichen
Well,
that
you
make
have to
them fly?
give them. Yeah, you have to give them something to make them fly. So
Are they rideable?
I don't know. I've
I'd
seen
love to
pictures.
ride
Remember
one.
we saw pictures when we were going down that way sometime, or
I'm down
one of
with
the
that.
times. You get to feed them. You get to pet them and do kinds of stuff.
I'm sure Sandy's on scene too.
I bet
you know?
so. I bet so. Oh,
And I bet they
speaking
have
of-
wassail. You could drink some wassail. Here we are
Speaking of some,
wassailing today.
I want to tell you, when I talked briefly to my mom yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay. And at her apartment complex, they're doing photos with Santa on the 17th. And she said that the lady at the front desk said, it's the real Santa. He's a real Santa.
Then it must.
That's what Mom said. She says, I wonder.
It's Kenny.
I wonder. And so,
if you're in the Topeka, Kansas area, there is one Santa Claus, and he is for real, and he's Santa Kenny, and there's no argument on that.
Yeah, for sure.
And I do wish I could steal him and bring him down here to Louisville.
Well, and maybe that'll be something will happen to do that. But she's going to take Fluffy over there to get a
Monica's
picture
drinking chai tea latte from Oregon. Just kidding. Oregon chai with milk. It does sound good. I love chai tea. Terry and I do like chai, don't we?
It is good stuff.
Okay, if you're just tuning in this morning, I see our numbers on how many are joining us. We can't see who's in the room unless you type and tell us.
They
but
keep going up.
We can see the numbers ticking up. So we don't know if you slept in this morning or if you've just happened by, but we're super glad that you're here. Thank you so much for joining us this morning on the Saturday edition of the Good Morning Show with Terry and Melissa.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit before I go into the 12 scams of Christmas here. We're only covering 4 at a time, and we've got numbers, 5 through 8 or something like that this time. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. And we'll cover the rest on the next episode. Yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8.
I know.
I've only heard that on TV because you guys can tell by looking at me, I am not a dancer.
Oh, you dance.
Unless it's finger dancing.
Well,
then
that's
I'm
true.
So good at it.
Well, that's true. Well, But what was I saying? Oh, before I do the 12 scams of Christmas list here and continue on that, let's talk for just a second about decorating. Have you started decorating? It is December 10th. By now, you've probably got some essence of Christmas hanging around your house of the season. Things that are, what are you laughing about?
The essence of. That's like LaCroix water, flavored water. It tastes like it rode next to the fruit.
Well, it says it's citrus, but it rode next. It's water that rode next to something with.
It's the essence of grapefruit.
There's osmosis.
It's not flavored like it. Yeah. It just happened to be close to it in shipping.
Yeah. So I want to brag for a minute because I think we have one of the most beautiful Christmas trees in our front room that I have seen in years in all my lifetime probably. So I want to share that and I want you guys to email us your pictures and we'll share them on a future episode.
So fun.
If you want to send us a picture of your tree or your decorations or whatever it is that's outside.
Pause on the picture.
Well, hold on a second. I will do that.
Okay.
I just want to finish a thought before I forget it. I send an email to the pictures to us, Terry and Melissa at thegoodmorningshow.tv so that we can share your photos. And we'll get to ours in just a moment. Go ahead.
I'm so sorry, but Pastor Angie has the definition of a wassailing, and I'm probably going to stop using it. It's drink plentiful amounts of alcohol and enjoy oneself with others in a noisy, lively way, or go from house to house at Christmas singing carols. Here we go, a wassailing. Okay, so I know my grandma used to make wassail and we would drink it, and so I guess I thought that we could just begin to use it as any word we want in like a verb way. So like, hey, what are you guys up to? Are you wassailing this morning? Who's going wassailing today?
Right.
But if it means that you're enjoying yourself with a lot of alcohol, I may back down on that thing because I'm enjoying myself with a lot of the Holy Spirit. So it's not that spirit, it's the Holy
kind of
Spirit.
Yep.
Right? But thank you for the definition, Pastor Angie. I wanted to talk to you so badly at the pastor's Christmas party, and for whatever reason, I never made my way back over to you. And I just wanted to check in with you. So it's good to see you. I love you, sister.
Amen.
All right. You were talking about Christmas trees, and I apologize for interrupting, but I saw the definition.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So this is a shot here in our living room. Look at that. And look at that beautiful tree topper that you just made with just some things we had laying around, right?
Yeah.
My
mom gave me the floral.
Well, but it wasn't like we went out and bought that. That was awesome.
We didn't. No, we got a tree with pine cones this year. Taylor Jewel actually gave it to us. Mm-hmm. And our artificial tree has pine cones on it. You can see them. Our oldest child. And it's a 7.5 foot tall tree. And we haven't lived in a house in several years. You just need to know we have not had a Christmas tree since 2016. And so we got this 7.5 foot tree from Taylor, and it has pine cones on the tree. It's not pre-lit. And so I loved the pine cone theme. So I went with the pine cones and my topper, and I put holly and leaves and pine cones, and that's how that played out. And we just have a red and white and silver tree, and that's in our living room.
Yeah.
But because we are now living in a house, we have a den and a dining room.
Nice segue. Oh, there's the outside of the house.
Oh, actually, yeah.
I have a segue to the, you were talking about the other parts of the house.
Yeah. Oh, look at you. Oh, my goodness. I can't believe you've been taking pictures. That's crazy.
It's awesome. I mean, look at how beautiful everything is.
Our mantle is not done. I don't have the stocking hangers and the stockings up yet.
Yeah, and it's a full functioning wood burning fireplace. So, we do have some issues that we have to make sure
that we don't set the house on fire.
Right.
But I wanted to tell you that we are putting up, and I don't have it up yet, but because I'm sewing in there, and it looks like my sewing and my embroidery and Christmas all threw up in my dining room right now.
Yeah,
but anyway, so we'll have another tree in the den and dining room.
Yeah.
And so I'll finish that up this weekend.
And the picture of the lights in front of the house, that was last night during the fog. It was the foggy look that we had outside. So
yeah,
for sure. So good stuff.
We have in the past not decorated on some certain years. Like the year my dad died, he died in December 8th in 2017, and that was not a festive year. And so we were so busy being in Oklahoma and all the things that had happened. Yeah. But my sister, do you remember this, brought us a little live Christmas tree that was already decorated to kind of spruce up some things and help. And Amy and everybody kind of helped out with that. Yeah. But I understand that sometimes when you're not feeling well or your work schedules are hectic, sometimes decorating just seems like a chore. But the cool thing is that we have been on the road for 10 years. Now we're not. I don't know how long I can say that. We've been in ministry for 11. And most of those were on the road. And so we didn't do a lot of decorating because we would do so many Christmas services that we just weren't home to enjoy it. Or we didn't have a home. We have a home on wheels.
Well, and when you're in a different, like we did, how many did we do? 23, 25? Christmas concerts that one year in just the Christmas season?
We do 24 pretty much every single year.
So when you see 25 other places all decorated and you get to enjoy all of that and you go home, you're just kind of like, okay, I'm okay with this because tomorrow we're going to see another one.
That's right.
Yeah,
yep. It's hard. Sure. And Monica and Donnie just moved. So, same thing. It's kind of hard to decorate. And so, I'm excited to be able to do it this year and to be looking forward to it and starting new traditions. It's taking us a lot longer because we don't know where anything goes. We don't know even what we have. But yet Baylor is doing an excellent job. That kid is so good at helping.
Angie says, same here. Could have done with our 4-foot aluminum tree, but my dad wants the big tree up. Well, You
do what you got to do.
Yeah, you do. We had an aluminum tree. Remember that?
Yeah, it
was one like my grandma's.
Yeah, and every single year when I would put that together and put it up, I would have cuts all over my fingers because it's truly aluminum and the little things.
Yeah, they're sharp.
What do you call those little fuzzy
little tassels,
like
or
little?
They are.
I don't know. With a fir tree, I don't know. It just. But it was beautiful.
It was beautiful, and it's forever
nostalgic.
Memorialized in one of our photos when Baylor gave her first kiss. Remember when she was really little, just a well, she was not an infant, she was a baby.
She was about 6 months old.
6 months old, and she was kissing you on the cheek, and that Christmas tree is in the background in the middle of the picture, and it's really cool.
She kissed you as her first kiss. I got the second one.
Well, but it was when that was the first time she'd ever done it to anybody.
Yeah,
so it was really cool.
So sweet.
Yeah, so it was a new experience.
Well, you guys, I want to know what you guys are up to. We have been talking about several things on the Good Morning Show during the month of December. And so let me just recap quickly. I know Terry's already done that, but I want to let you know why it's cool to tune in on Saturdays. We are counting down our favorite Christmas movies and shows on Saturdays. On Monday's episodes, we are counting down Christmas music on the top 20 according to us.
Right.
And so some of them you're going to agree with, and some of them you're going to be like, no, I like this one better. And so it's fun to talk about. It's fun to get your opinion. So I hope that you're tuning in with us and just maybe checking back every now and again. Terry does a really good job at the website and the blog post, just telling you what we've been doing and what's going on and how you can participate. One of the other things that we love to talk about, which by the way, you need to check our
Bones order.
Yeah, we have ordered the Bones Christmas kit. sample pack.
Yep.
And so hopefully, I was hoping we would start it today, but because they roast it fresh when you order,
right?
It's not like Amazon. You don't get it in 24 hours because it is a fresh roast for you.
That's right.
And Bones Coffee Company is so good. We're so excited to start reviewing our flavors.
Yeah.
But I am not above reviewing more than one a day.
No, not at all. But real quick, let's just put this out there. You can get 20% off your first order from Bones Coffee through our website and using our special one-time coupon code TGM Show TV, the Good Morning Show TV, TGM Show TV. You'll get 20% off your first order at checkout. Be sure to enter that code in there. They've got sample packs. You can create your own sample pack. As you see some of the flavors there. They've also got holiday flavors. They've got so many different things. You'll want to go check them out. But check it out through our website, because if you use our website and our link that they've given to us, it also benefits us a little bit. It doesn't increase the price for you. It's just they say thanks to us for putting people in their direction to make some purchases. So go do that. I also saw that Bones is also running a not site-wide. They're running another 20% off special on, I think, the holiday flavors that are going to be discontinued after the first of the year.
Yeah, you definitely want to try those. Those sound amazing. That's why we're excited to try them.
But be sure to go to thegoodmorningshow.tv, click on the Bones link in our menu there, and that button will take you directly to their site. And then everything that you buy, they'll track that and give us a little tip back, and we will thank you as well.
And you know what else? They also have a really cool swag. They have great shirts. They have fun mugs.
Hand-thrown pottery mugs.
If you're like Terry and I, awesome. we really...
I want to get one.
We dig coffee cups. And of course...
It's like the one of your dad's, like the Fort Washita mug that you have, the commemorative mug.
Yep, those are great. I love those thick, beautiful mugs.
Yeah.
Anyway, so go check out Bones Coffee this holiday season. And, even if you get your order while they're still selling the coffee flavors for Christmas, but you don't get to drink them all until January, what a treat to keep extending those holiday flavors into the new year.
For sure. Hey, we mentioned this earlier, but if you've got a prayer request, don't feel like you're interrupting us. We will stop what we're doing and pray with you and for you.
Interestingly enough, you guys are a quiet bunch this morning. Usually Saturdays are just a little bit ruckus.
The chatter bunch. I think they're out there. Who knows what's going on?
Well, I'm glad you guys. There she is.
Hey, Janice has entered the building.
Too soon. Good morning, Janice from Houston. We were talking about you and your kombucha this morning. I'm so glad to see you. I love you so much, and good morning to you. What are you drinking this morning, Janice? We want to hear what's interesting in your world. Janice doesn't drink coffee. She just woke up. I told you everybody's sleeping in today. That's so funny.
Hey, looky there.
What? Oh.
Your boss is on.
No way.
Yeah.
Good morning, Jim. Pastor Jim Williams from Bethany, Oklahoma.
World traveler.
Wow. Good morning, Randy. Bless you and welcome.
Randy Flowers from Florida.
That's it. Oh, man.
Sunny Florida. See, look, he's got sunshine.
That must be really tough.
Yeah,
living down there in the Sunshine State.
Yeah.
How beautiful.
Yeah, it
wow.
is, I'm sure.
We're so glad you guys have joined us this morning on the Good Morning Show with Terry and Melissa. Hey, Terry, what's on your agenda?
We've got the 12 scams of Christmas. We've been talking about those on our last episode. And these, the ones that we covered before, if you just need a little recap, were about the WhatsApp messaging scam that's going around. Also, we've talked about online shopping fraud, Christmas delivery scams, such as receiving something you didn't order, and a surprise delivery from Amazon was also the bonus tip in that. We're going to do 4 more of those today really quickly because we've got a lot of stuff going on. We got the word for your day coming up here in just a few minutes, and then we'll also be doing our top 20, continuing our top 20 Christmas family movies. I was even thinking about trying to say it right and said it wrong. All right, number 5 on the 12 scams of Christmas here. E-greetings with a nasty surprise. An e-greeting is like those electronic greeting cards. They're not as popular as they used to be, but they're starting to make a resurgence, especially during the holiday season. Like you receive a Christmas message from a loved one or a long-lost friend, but they have sometimes that malware, that's the key word there, things in it that will, when you download it to your computer and open it up, it then puts a tracker into your computer. They can get access to your information. And it's like they'll say, you've won a Walmart gift card or an Amazon gift card or something like that. A lot of times they revolve around those high-profile retailers that we we know. And so you want to check those out and make sure that you don't download any of those. The number one tip for all of these things is if it looks too good to be true, it probably is.
Or if it looks suspicious.
Yeah.
If you wonder if someone would send you an email with that kind of link in it, don't follow the link. Make sure that you're clicking on the email address that's sending to you. A lot of people have a fake email address and they put someone you know's name in it.
Right.
And it looks like somebody that you know, but if you click on it, it's not. Don't follow those links.
Yeah. One thing you can do in your mailbox is hover over the email address, and it should pop up and show you somewhere on your screen what the actual email address is. So check that out. If you don't recognize it, chances are it's spam. Let's see. Also, in the case of e-cards, those containing links, think before you click. And if in doubt, don't do it.
Angie has a really good advice. If there seems to be urgency in the message, that should give you like red flags.
Yeah.
Because nothing is really that urgent when it comes to email. Think about this. If it's super urgent, someone will pick up the phone and call you or text you.
Yeah.
Especially if there's someone that you know. So good advice, Angie.
Number 6 on the list for the 12 scams of Christmas is supermarket scams. Comes in the form of electronic coupons. You know, we live in such a digital age now that things are being sent to us daily. Moment by moment, we're getting stuff. If you've got your notifier set up on your email and it goes off and you're dinging all the, it nonstop, because they're out there. What's the scam for this? Well, scammers have sent out a ton of emails claiming to be offering free vouchers from supermarkets, and they're distributing them through a variety of channels, including the email, WhatsApp, Twitter, even on social media. Right? It's another case of if it's too good to be true, it probably is. And so the best action that you can do in that when you've discovered that it's spam or something that could be malicious, just delete the message. And then tell others, hey, if you get this message, don't click on it because you've already checked it out and you've seen how bad
if you
it is.
really want e-coupons or savings, there's several different ways to do that. And we could spend a whole episode actually, and maybe in January we will, talking about how we can help you save money, especially when you're ordering online. But you go to your grocery store's website and download their e-coupons. They'll give you coupons. You go do it. Right. You be the initiator of that. Don't follow those fake links that sent to you. You be the initiator of coupons at places like Kroger's or wherever you're shopping, Myers or something like that.
Because most likely if they are offering a deal, the likelihood of you finding it on their website or in their app is going to be 100%. You'll know that you can do that. Number 7 on the top 12 on the 12 scams of Christmas, refund scams. Did you pay too much for a Christmas gift? Beware of companies offering a refund. The scam is that they are offering to give you a refund, including a link in there that you need to click on to verify your information so that they can make sure they get your money that's supposedly coming back to you to your bank account or to your Visa card or to your PayPal account. Do not enter any of your personal information, especially if you've clicked on a link that someone else has provided for you. We can't say that enough.
Also, you guys, do you know that gift cards are just like credit cards? If you give out your gift card numbers and your codes, they'll take those and you won't be able to utilize them. So make sure that you're not giving away any of your private information.
For sure. Avoid clicking on links from unsolicited emails. That's like the number one rule, okay? And finally, number 8 here in our 12 scams of Christmas, website scams and fakes. It's so easy to create a fake website that makes it look like you've gone to the official website for PayPal or for Amazon or for whatever it is that they're trying to scam you for. There's a lot of ways they're trying to hook us in during the festive season, so we have to be informed, right? And to be able to watch out for these kind of things and recognize them whenever they come. You know, they used to say that they would teach counterfeiters or agents how to recognize counterfeit money by only handling the real stuff. They didn't give them counterfeit bills and say, see if you can spot the difference. They would only handle the original stuff. So if you're familiar with the original website, know that you put that address into your web browser and you're going there and not clicking on that link that someone else wants to take you into a direction you do not want to go.
That's good advice, Janice. You know, I would not be at all surprised. I have had one particular issue where my information was taken from a website and accessed. And that name that you are speaking right now is the website. It's Walmart. And I think they've upped their security. But one of the things that I'm very good about doing when I use Walmart is deleting my card information, my credit card, after I'm done with the purchase. I don't store it in the website.
Yeah. So here's the wrap up on the ones for today. Deals that appear too good to be true, most likely are. And unusual domains or website addresses that a lot of times if you look at them, they have numbers or characters in them. Walmart.com is not going to have a whole bunch of other numbers and letters after it. And too many irrelevant 5-star reviews. That's the one that we look for. We see that all the time. We're like, this has so many 5-star reviews. I bet you, we don't even know if these are real reviews.
Right.
And they will load those reviews in to give you confidence. Unusual payment methods, such as a money or wire transfer, never answer that request, especially if it's not somebody you know. Offers of fantastic cash back when you buy from the site. Here's a tip. Typos and bad grammar. That'll tip you off every single time. And the lack of unusual or suspicious contact details, like things that you just can't find out any information about. How do I get a refund or whatever? Or their exchange or return program. All those things. We're going to finish up the 12 scams of Christmas in our next episode, so hope you'll join for that.
It seems like a downer, but it's actually encouraging because we want to help you stay safe and protect your money this Christmas season.
That's absolutely right.
And thank you so much, Terry, for doing your research and helping us stay safe. Hey, Pastor Logan, good morning.
Hey, good morning,
Feliz Navidad to you too.
Or as Baylor likes to say, fleas on my dog.
Fleas on my dog to you too, Pastor Logan. We love you and we bless you this morning.
Yeah. All right. So, and Logan says that Guitar Center will keep your info too. So some good advice.
Yeah,
there, right?
That's great. That's
all
great.
Right.
We know where a couple of you frequent.
Yeah, for sure. Sure.
Not a bit surprised.
All right. So what do you got for our word for the day today?
Hey. Is it already time for the word for the day?
Yeah,
That's crazy,
sure.
you guys. This episode is going so fast. And if you're just joining us, we want to welcome you to the Good Morning Show with Terry and Melissa Wright. We're so happy that you've joined us this morning. We don't know that you're on and in the room unless you type and let us know where you're tuning in from. So we always want to hear you and see you in the chat bar. This morning, the word for your day is coming from Proverbs chapter 10. And I want to talk to you a little bit about Proverbs. Just leave it as 10 if you don't mind. There's a little trick that can really, really help you in your walk with the Lord. First of all, remember that you are in a relationship. This is a relationship with someone. God is not an idea. He's not just a good thought. He's not just a spirit sitting on a cloud somewhere and in a dream world. He's a real
strumming on a harp.
He's a real guy. Okay. And we tend to forget and contextualize the Lord sometimes as just a really great thought and idea. But I want you to know Jesus Christ is a real man who has lived a real life here on this earth. And now he's very much alive as a man next to the Father in heaven, which is a real place. The throne room is a real room. The throne is a real seat. And so I want you to remember that you are in relationship with a real, actual person. And you can't have a good relationship with someone if there's no communication. You also can't have a good relationship with someone if you don't learn about who they are. As Terry and I have gotten to know one another when we began dating, all we wanted to do was talk to one another and learn about one another because you care about them. And then you do the things that they like and they do the things that you like because you like each other, because you've learned about each other, and you get favorite flowers and favorite cookies and favorite colors. And Jesus is the same way. He has a personality. He has characteristics and traits and nature, and he is a person to get to know. And he wants access to all of you, to know who you are in your innermost being. He says, I don't look upon people as other people see people. I look at the intention and the motive of the heart. He wants access to every part of who you are. Why did I say all that? Because the truth is, we learn who God is by reading his word. And he tells us how he expects us to not only act, but speak and love and be in his word. And when we pray, we're talking to him. And when we pray, we're listening to him. And it's conversation. And these daily tasks are not just something that you write on your calendar or your scheduler and you check it off. This is meeting with someone. This is your date. This is your time that you set aside to get to know the Lord and to give him access to you and have conversation. If Terry and I go too long without spending time just talking to each other, we start to notice there's there's a breakdown, right? How many times, spouses, do you set aside date time, or you set aside time during the day just to catch up? How about just sitting around the dinner table and, as a family, and getting to know one another and learn about your day? These are important, critical things for a good quality relationship. And so here's the tip. If you don't know what to do and you're in a hurry, or you've gotten off and you haven't read your Bible and you're on your way to work, can I just tell you, every day you can tune in to a new Proverbs. Proverbs has 31 chapters. And so what if every day of the month you took the day of the month that it was and you read that chapter in Proverbs? Today is the 10th of December. And so what if you opened up Proverbs 10 and you read the 10th chapter of Proverbs today and see how the Lord is speaking to you? I have very specific reading plans on how I move through the Bible, but today I felt the Holy Spirit impressing me just to open Proverbs 10 because it's the 10th of December. I'm not going to read the whole chapter to you. I'm encouraging you to read the chapter. But as I read this morning, here's what stuck out to me. The verses that spoke to me this morning are 11 through 14, and here they are. The mouth of the righteous is a fountain of life, but the mouth of the wicked conceals violence. Hatred stirs up strife, but love covers all transgressions. On the lips of the discerning, wisdom is found, but a rod is for the back of him who lacks understanding. Wise men store up knowledge, but with the mouth of the foolish, ruin is at hand. And so as I just read through the 10th chapter of Proverbs, I began to see a theme here about how important our words are when we speak. Hatred stirs up strife, but love covers all transgressions. Some versions of the Bible say love covers a multitude of sin. And in this day and age, it's so easy to hear, see, and just be hated. There's so much hate flying around. What if we went counterculture and we were the love of Christ in every situation? You know, we had a situation yesterday catch us by surprise. We really did. We were minding our business, living our life, doing what the Lord has called us to do. And all of a sudden, someone we thought we knew and trusted kind of lashed out at us. And it was a shock. And I was not tempted to speak love in that moment. I was mad. I wanted to defend myself. I wanted to say a lot of things. And I realized that as I was speaking things, that it wasn't quality, it wasn't uplifting, it wasn't loving. The Holy Spirit was so careful to tell me I wasn't speaking them to anybody but myself and Terry. Praise the Lord. I was still really angry. And I realized the more I spoke toxic things, the more angry I got. I was speaking anger, and so I produced anger. But if I turned that into love, and a cool thing happened, I got a phone call from somebody, and it totally turned it around. And I began to think about different things, and I began to speak different things. And guess what? It produced different things. What we speak produces something. And here we are reading that the mouth of the righteous is a fountain of life. In every situation, we have the opportunity to give forth life-giving words, or we have the opportunity to conceal violence with wicked words. We can hate or we can love. In the lips of the discerning, the wise, those that are full of wisdom, is the sweet, careful, loving words, right? But the foolish, they have ruin in their mouth. We have the opportunity every day to choose, every moment to choose how we're going to speak. And this proverb is so true and so important, and it's listed in about 50 other places in the Bible about how important our words are, and the power of life and death is in our tongue.
So true.
It's in our mouth. And so this morning, I just hope we can pray. Lord, thank you so much for this word. Thank you for your good proverbs, God. Thank you for your very life-giving, active word. And I bless you this morning for your word. I thank you, Father, for directing us to your word that we can know about you. And it's so important, the kind of words that we use. If we speak illness and sickness, we reap illness and sickness. If we speak negativity and hatred and anger, we are hated. We hate and we're full of anger. But Lord, when we speak wisdom and loving, discerning words of life, when we speak your words by your Spirit, Lord, we change atmospheres, God. And so today we want to be those that speak love and receive love. We want to be those that speak love and give love. We want to be encouragers. That's the whole purpose we do this show. And so, Lord, today help us be encouragers, because when we're encouraging others, we're encouraging ourselves as well. And Lord, we want to lift you high. We want to praise you. And I pray this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Good morning, Johanna. Welcome. We bless you this morning.
Johanna, good to see you. Where are we at? Let's see here. Oh, yeah. Let's go back here just a little bit. When I think about how we can apply the word like that to our lives, it's interesting, because when we were in that moment, it's so easy to get tangled up in all that the enemy has for us. The
interesting thing was we didn't even have like a face-to-face encounter.
No.
And we didn't have we didn't literally even know. Good morning, Judy. So glad to see you this morning. Like, we didn't even know, right, what was coming our way. It was so surprising.
Yeah.
And it was just like the enemy used these things to hit the core of who we were.
There's a proverb also, you mentioned Proverbs, that talks about how their words can be sweeter than honey, right? But they can also be ruthless. And this kind of came off as honey at beginning, and then it turned into a weapon, You guys know, what do they call it when you kind of like slight somebody, but you're doing it on the down low? What do they call that? There's like a term for it. Passive aggressive. That passive aggressive stuff, that's icky. That's sinful. Why can you love someone and start off really good, giving them a compliment, and then like end with something shady? That's not cool. Don't do that stuff. Yeah. You don't have to put other people down to lift yourself higher. You don't have to do that. What if we saw the gold in each other and called it up and encouraged one another with the truth of God's word? That would be awesome. If everybody did that, imagine where the world would be.
Hey, how about if we do that all the time?
That's why we do what we do here.
I know.
We want to encourage.
I know this, that I think I've got it, and then like something like yesterday happened, and I'm like, okay, Melissa, you blew it. I messed up. I got to start again.
That's why God is in the middle of every situation that we're in, and He knows where we're at, where we need to be, and allows Holy Spirit to kind of reel us back in, as long as we're willing to listen.
Yep. Now, I will say this. If we are having trouble speaking love and feeling love, because I'm going to be honest with you right now, I'm having a hard time feeling love. But if I keep speaking words of life and words of love, I'll be able to pray and speak and mean and feel love.
That's right. That's right. Judy said she's in the middle of something right now and needed to hear this. And we hope you did too. So be encouraged. Be encouraged.
And also, can I just give an encouraging testimony about Judy?
Yeah.
Judy's kidney dialysis is down to almost, not quite, 2 days a week. You know why
Praise
that's significant?
the Lord.
Because at one point she had kidney dialysis 7 days a week.
That's so good.
This is the Lord touching Judy's body.
That's right.
And healing her kidneys. Thank you, Lord.
Yeah.
And we have such a good Father.
It is
We
good.
just praise you today, Jesus.
Yeah. All right. So what do you say we shift gears here a little bit? Good word. Good word. God's word is always right on time. So that's a really good thing there.
Mary Kay says it's called backhanded compliment. That's right. It isn't really a compliment. Thank you for saying that. Those backhanded compliments, those shady compliments or shady things. Why do we do that? Passive aggressive, backhanded. That's not cool. We need to not do that.
That's right. That's right. All right, so let's shift over here. We're doing our top 20 Christmas movies countdown. This is according to our favorites, okay? And maybe you have some of these favorites as well. Let's see. Before we get into our number 15, if you remember from our last episode, we had Jim Henson's Muppets, which came in at number 20 with Emma Daughter's Jug Band Christmas, which Master Yoda sent us a link to watch that online, so if you're interested in that. And also A Muppet Family Christmas was our number 20. Number 19, Ernest Saves Christmas. The Preacher's Wife with Denzel Washington and Whitney Houston came in at number 18. 17 was the Rankin Bass Claymation Classics, Little Drummer Boy and Jack Frost. Of course, you know, lots of other classics they produced. They will be in the top of this list, so just hang on. And we ended up at number 16 with two more Rankin Bass favorites, Rudolph's Shiny New Year and Rudolph and Frosty's Christmas in July. Which brings us to number 15 this week, which gave us the ever-popular phrase, well, I have to change this, you'll shoot your eye out.
Yeah.
You'll shoot your eye out.
Right. So we know what that one is.
That one is going to be here. Ralphie and his family. Ralphie wants a Red Ryder BB gun for Christmas.
You put this at number 15.
Number 15. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of people might like this higher on their list.
Some people will.
Yeah, I know.
I don't.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm not either. I mean, there are so many. There's classic lines in there. You'll shoot your eye out and all the other stuff. The kid sticking his tongue on the frozen flagpole. And having to call the fire department. Yeah. You know, the crazy thing about A Christmas Story is that there are people now, in retrospect, that are fans of the movie that have gone to locations where they actually shot the film and taken pictures of here's what the school looks like now, here's what the, and all that.
Is the leg lamp in this one?
Yes, that's the leg lamp that the dad gets. You remember he got the package and it said that
stupid lamp. Yeah, there's Janice.
And he said, "Oh, the box that came." He says it's marked fragile. Must be French, you know. No, it's fragile.
Oh, that's
and he
hysterical.
unpacked it, and it was that. The funny thing about this is that they have. I recently found that they have a sequel that they've made.
Oh, really?
And it follows the now adult Ralphie as he returns to the house on Cleveland Street to give his kids a magical Christmas like the one he had as a child, reconnecting with childhood friends. And so they've brought back the actors of the the original movie and reconciling the passing of his old man. He always called his dad the old man. It stars Peter Billingsley, who, as you see there, was Ralphie in the original movie. Yeah. So it's a grown-up Ralphie. Peter Billingsley.
Judy says that the original home is now a bed and breakfast, so you can actually go stay in that house. That's really cool.
And you can look it up on Google Maps, and if you go to Street View, you can see the lamp in the front window.
That is hilarious.
Isn't it crazy?
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Okay, number 15. Let's move on to number 14.
Number 14.
All right, now we're talking about what I consider
These are some
Christmas
classics.
Yes. A Miracle on 34th Street.
Right.
And Miracle on 34th Street Anniversary Edition. It looks like you've got both of them in there.
It's two different actors, and of course, because the child that had, in that age, or the original one was in 1947, and then they did the reboot in 1994 that we're all familiar with Richard Attenborough, Elizabeth Perkins, and Mara Wilson.
I love
you remember
Matilda.
She was Matilda.
Mara,
one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
But it's about a divorced New York mother who hires a nice old man to play Santa Claus at Macy's, and she's startled by his claim to be the genuine article. And when his sanity is questioned, a lawyer defends him in court by arguing that he's not mistaken.
That's so cool.
Whether you like the classic or the reboot, it's definitely a favorite. Falls in at number 14. And why is it number 14? Because there are so many other good ones that are still yet to come.
Yeah. Okay.
Be sure to email us your top 5.
And you know what? Okay? I just got a text from someone, from Pastor Larry, about his top Christmas songs. So we'll talk about those on Monday.
Yeah, Monday for the
Make
music.
sure you tune in on Monday.
All right.
So we did have a request last week for this next one. Number 13.
Yeah,
the number 13 movie on our list is The Polar Express from 2004. The Polar Express, long movie, fun movie, sweet movie, fantastic message.
And they had the groundbreaking filmography. I don't know, what do they call it?
Yeah. And I'm going to tell you something. The music for the Polar Express, if you just turn that music on in the background of your day, it's Christmassy. It puts you in the spirit, but it doesn't interfere with your work, and it's beautiful. And so a lot of kids, I just saw this actually on some Instagram feeds, get to ride the Polar Express during the Christmas season.
That's right. And did you look here? I grabbed, and everybody else can't see this, but the Magic returns for 2022 for the Polar Express train ride, and it says that it's in North Carolina.
That's so cool.
Yeah. You get on the train, and they take you down to the Sounds of the Motion Picture soundtrack. They go on a trip to the North Pole, complete with hot chocolate and cookies. Of course, hot chocolate was a big song in the movie. And then arriving at the North Pole, you get to deboard to watch Santa present the first gift of Christmas. Lots of cool stuff. You get a little gift.
Okay, so let Let me
Bells.
just jump in here on this one because if you know me, I am not a huge movie fan. I don't watch a lot of movies. I never really have. There's a few I love. This one I've watched multiple times, and this one really speaks to like the deep part of my heart because it has to do with foster kids. Yeah.
It's a great Christmas Eve movie if you're wanting to save one, because I mean just the whole magic of it all, you know. So
yep.
There's that.
Hello, Dustin May, who has jumped on from Hiawatha, Kansas.
Hang on a second,
and he is drinking the last of his.
Oh my goodness, he's got a book here.
Caramel coffee. And he's supposed to be getting his PB&J today from Bones Coffee Company.
Right.
Woo, woo,
yeah,
woo.
let us know on Monday how it is.
Yeah, cannot wait. He also ordered some Wonder Bones, and bless you. I'm so glad that you were able to use the discount.
Yeah, for sure.
How much fun are you having today? Yeah, we're going to have fun at the birthday party, and he's just He's so present and involved in everything we're doing. I love you, Dustin. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I was wondering how you were doing, buddy, and he says, oh, yeah, Hiawatha, Kansas. He didn't include that in there.
No problem.
We know, Dustin, you're from Hiawatha.
Yeah.
You're one of our favorites. Yeah,
so a little tear shed over the Polar Express because it does talk about something that is near and dear to my heart, and that is those that we sometimes don't remember to include. Mm-hmm. I do not like when people are not included. I had to take one of those Clifton Strength Finders, and I won't go through all my top 5, but the top 5 character traits I have, the 5th one, which this really makes up who you are, is an includer. I don't like for anyone to be left out. Yeah. And so that movie really touches a deep place in me because it has to do with foster kids.
It learns about friendship, bravery, and the spirit of Christmas. Stars Tom Hanks, and he always is spectacular.
Yeah. And I don't know what they think the spirit of Christmas is, but I think the spirit of Christmas is called the Holy Spirit of Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Number
All right.
12.
Speaking of spirits.
Here it is, you guys. More classics. The Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. And let us talk about which version is your favorite. I actually love Patrick Stewart, but my favorite Christmas Carol will always be George C. Scott as Scrooge.
Yeah. A bitter old miser. We all know the story. He rationalizes his uncaring nature, learns real compassion when 3 spirits visit him on Christmas Eve, show him what his life and inner perspective of how he has lived his life affects other people. And that's a great message for all of us, right?
I love the Christmas Carol. I will watch any version. If I can find it, I prefer George C. Scott. I love Captain Picard. I'm sorry, Patrick Stewart. But I don't care if it's a cartoon. I don't care what it is. I love this movie because I enjoy the story.
Yeah, Angie says she loves the Patrick Stewart version as well.
I'm kind of surprised that you ranked it at number 12.
Well, it's because
I know there's so many good so many good Christmas movies.
It's kind of like, it's number 12, but like it could be number 1 in your heart this week. Okay, it could be number 1, the one you want. So definitely you do feel it as you're watching the movie.
Yeah, it's great.
I've never seen the Jim Carrey version yet.
I haven't either, actually.
But he's really, he can take on a persona and really take it in a direction. So we might want to check that one out.
Yeah, for sure. Well,
and it's a Disney one, so I think it'd be safe for the family to not have too many scary elements and that kind of a thing. Here, Mary Kay's comment says that she likes a Muppet Christmas Carol.
Wasn't that in our last?
Well, no, it's right here. No.
Oh.
It was a Muppet Family Christmas was the other one.
Oh, okay.
The Muppet Christmas Carol was also...
Why do you have Scrooged with it?
Because here's why. Because they're both just also related to the Scrooge Christmas Carol theme. Because the Muppets are telling their version of the classic tale of the old miser. And Bill Murray is a selfish, cynical television executive haunted by 3 spirits bearing lessons on Christmas Eve. Tony, my brother Anthony Lichter, said that Scrooge is one of in his top 5. Of course, that's his whole personality and everything. So that kind of a thing.
Pastor Rick Grable, good morning. He likes Mr. Magoo.
Mr. Magoo. Mr. Magoo had a Christmas Carol. You're right. You are exactly right.
That's hysterical. You guys are so smart. You guys remember great things.
Well,
all right. What's number 11?
Hold on a second before we get to that. I got something about this because
we're never going to get to
Carol,
this list.
We have one more left.
Oh.
Published on December 19th, the first edition of A Christmas Carol sold out by Christmas Eve. By the end of 1844, 13 editions had been released. The story was copied in January 1844, and Dickens took legal action against the publishers who went bankrupt, further reducing Dickens's small profits from the publication. He went on to write 4 other Christmas stories in later years, and in 1849 he began public readings of the story, which proved so successful he undertook 127 further performances until 1870, the year of his death. And A Christmas Carol has never been out of print, has been translated into several languages, and the stories have been adapted many, many times for film, stage, opera, and other media. I think this is one of those quintessential movie themes or stories that runs throughout this season.
Well, it's about generosity. It's about giving of yourself and of your time and of your finances to others, and valuing others above yourself, which these are biblical themes. I love that Hollywood incorporates biblical themes in what they do, because all we're doing is giving God glory when that happens. Number 11.
All right, number 11, I know is a general favorite of a lot of people, A Charlie Brown Christmas. Charlie Brown, he's always down about something, but this time he's depressed at the commercialism he sees around him around this season, and he tries to find a deeper meaning to
I wish
Christmas.
we could play a part of this, and I wish we could play the Charlie Brown Christmas music, but I know we can't. But one of my very favorite things about this movie is that Linus actually gives the gospel of Jesus Christ by Luke. He quotes the gospel of Luke.
And it was on TV every year.
It still is for 56 years.
Yeah.
It has been played. And so I love that, again, Hollywood not only is referencing biblical values, but they're using Linus to speak out the gospel story of Jesus Christ from the book of Luke. So I love A Charlie Brown Christmas.
Yes, A Charlie Brown Christmas. Love, love, love. Number 11 here on our list of our top 20 Christmas movies countdown. We'll be continuing the list on next Saturday as we do our Saturday top 20 Christmas movies and shows countdown. But on Monday, you're not going to want to miss. We're counting down our top Christmas music as well. So we'll be doing that Monday morning.
That's right. If you guys care to give us your opinion on what you think the top 20 movies or the top 20 songs, or maybe even just 10, you can email us at Terry and Melissa at thegoodmorningshow.tv, and we would love to look at your list and compare them to ours, and we can talk about those. I love that.
Send us your top 5 movies and top 5 Christmas songs. All right.
So good, you guys.
Hey, speaking of Charlie Brown Christmas, I had to share this. We live in such a cool town. Check this out. Down at our post office. These are the windows at our post office. I'm not sure who the artist is that I would give credit to, but they are on both sides of the entryway leading into the post office. Shelbyville, Kentucky post office.
That's awesome.
Isn't that beautiful?
That is really great.
They've really done a great tribute.
Our town is very, very festive. How exciting.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Mary Kay says, and that's what Christmas is all about, Charlie Brown.
That's exactly right, MK. It's about Jesus Christ.
Man.
How exciting. You guys, this episode has gone so fast. I can't believe our time is up this morning.
Yeah, isn't it?
But we have enjoyed being with you. We love you. You encourage us as much as we encourage you. So thank you so much for tuning into the Good Morning Show every Saturday and every Monday. I'll tell you something. If you didn't tune in and talk to us, Terry and I would get pretty boring talking to ourselves.
Yeah, well, we know that if we miss a day without you, it feels like coming home the next time we do. So be sure and try to tune in when you can, and drop us an email, Terry and Melissa at the Good Morning Show. Let us know your top 5 movies and music for Christmas, and we will start back on Monday morning at 10:30 a.m. Eastern.
That's right. We love you because Jesus Central. Loves you. And if you're going through something, I want you to know you're not going through it alone. We'd love to pray with you. Reach out to us. Let us know how we can pray with and for you, because we love you so much.
That's right. See you soon, Dustin. Everybody else. Bless you guys. Bye-bye.
Thanks for tuning into the Good Morning Show with Terry and Melissa. You can catch up on previous episodes, find links to our social pages, and drop us a line at our website, thegoodmorningshow.tv. Thanks for listening.